Obviously, player development here takes a lot of attention, and it's something that you guys are proud of the way you've gone about it. But I mean, when you have a situation like you have in this many games and this kind of fixture congestion, this kind of heat, and you go into your bench and you get performances like you did, I mean, does that, I guess, make you exceptionally proud of the way some of these young guys have stepped up?
For sure, it makes me proud, but, you know, it makes our club proud. Dennis Hamlet has to be happy. He's here? Yes, you have to be happy. Because he puts a lot of effort to that cause, and he believes in young guys, and he pushes, right? He pushes John Molinac, who should be feeling great. And then, in the middle of the night somewhere, Jesse Marsh has to be proud. Because this has been the push. This is who we are. We think we're one of the leaders of this player development, and maybe at the forefront, but we believe in young guys, we push, and it's about the philosophy, it's about the mentality, the leadership from young guys, and we're not afraid to give them chances. So I think from the club and to some of the leadership, we're really, really happy with some of those performances. Yeah.
Stay on the side, we got Dylan and then Joe.
Hey, Chris. You lauded the effort last game off the bench from Alex Camille, and you've said it throughout the year as well. But on Brian White's goal, I mean, again, he goes the extra effort to save the ball in, slides in, and just plays it across for Brian to get the tap in. I mean, that's kind of what I guess you've become accustomed to seeing from him.
Yeah, I mean, Alex Camille, you guys pronounce it that way, yes. Alex is a winner, and there's some things that don't honor the work that he does that show up in the stats sheet here. He's a Red Bull player. He's a philosophy player. He gives everything to the team. And when you look at everything that he does, I mean, to the hydration testing results, his name's always at the top. He just really cares about the little things. He loves the team. And he's one of the guys that suffers for the team. So we've seen that play in training hundreds of times from Alex. So great play by him, and yeah, it's a big one.
Chris, one of the big question marks every week is if Bradley goes down or is unavailable or needs rest, who's going to step up? Can you just talk about what you saw from Brian White tonight, and is he the guy going forward who's going to back up Bradley?
Going forward, is he going to be the guy? I think the proof will be in the pudding, you know, like how it's about consistency, looking like us, scoring, and then when you look at Bradley, we've talked about it, you know, even recently, we talked all the little things that Brad does. We talked about him running for the team, chasing, pressing. I mean, Brian's cramping at the end, and he's still running and fighting and giving everything. Do it justice to make a comparison between Brad and Ryan, you know, and I think when you talk about their qualities and that they're givers to the team and that they both know how to score goals, yes, Brian has got a lot to catch up with the goals tally. But in terms of the reason he's with us is because he does all those things that Brad is willing to do. Look in the first half, especially early on, he's holding up, jumping, keeping things alive, rest attack, we say, to come back into the game. So, and he runs well in the box, as we can see. So we're not predicting anything of his future, but he wasn't here tonight getting a start because we had no other options. None of us, and maybe I'm not sure, Dennis Hamlet, he's not surprised. He probably predicted it. He'll score a goal tonight. None of us were surprised, but we're thrilled for him.
Two questions, Chris. First, I'm going to stick with Brian. Unless there's new information that I'm not aware of, but Brian White has scored last year for their PDL club, and then when you drafted him in the Super Draft this past January, he scored for the USL club, and now he scored tonight for the MLS club. What does that mean when you see Brian White doing all these things from amateur to the lower levels, now to the top league?
Yeah, look, he's got a knack. He just has a knack. Guys like him, guys like Wright Phillips, Saladesi, who I played with, these guys know how to, feel the movements, sniff the plays out around the goal. So, again, we even talk about him. He's not the guy outside the box curling. He just knows how to show up at the right place, right time, and he works. So he loves scoring. He's a proven goal scorer, and now it starts the tally sheet, in MLS. So again, when you see these guys come through, we never ignored the PDL goals. We didn't ignore it in college with USL. There it is again. We were sure that he'd get himself in some good spots tonight. So it's a great goal for him, and we're really proud of him.
And secondly, on the back line, you had Tim Parker paired with Escobar. I know Aaron's done a great job with Tim. It looked like it was like both were in sync in the center of the park to help Luis at the net and prevent all those attempts by Houston. What made Fidel so, I guess, seamless transition to go instead of Aaron for Tim to have Escobar in the middle?
Well, Fidel, I think you could all see, is a really intelligent soccer player. You can see it with his passing. You can see it with the way he reads plays. You can see he drops off and heads balls. He kind of put one back. He's got some savviness to him. We don't forget that he's a relatively young guy, played in the World Cup against, got a lot of good reps against some really good players. So, but that's his quality, and his best days are game day. He's a competitor. He's really proud. He's a proud defender. You love these. Of course, he's comfortable on the ball, but he doesn't want to get beat. So, the pride, he wants to give to the team, and we talked about it before the game. You don't always get these opportunities. Ryan Meir, the backup goalkeeper, the center backs with the pairing that we've been going with. But man, we're so happy. You got to be thrilled for the guy. He gets a chance, plays well, part of a win, and again, he established himself and gains trust from his teammates, and of course us. So you get more guys that you think going down the stretch you can rely on in big games. Happy for him.
Congrats on the win, Coach.
Thanks, James.
A lot of players can point in a game like this, but I'll talk about Sean Davis because he just seemed to be that veteran in the middle of the field for you guys. He had some great deliveries on set pieces in the first half. Late in the game, he sort of goes to the corner and slows down the game. He's been talking about doing that. Can you just think about what he brings to your team? You've seen him grow over the last 3.5 seasons and how he's really evolved into a leadership role for you guys.
Yeah, look at it. It started years ago with Jesse, and we were on board with it, to push Sean out of his comfort zone. He likes his little comfort zone, and we pushed him. And Jess put a lot on him, and we were right there with him, pushing Sean, demanding, asking him more leadership, looking around, organizing. He'll do whatever you ask, but it's not, forget about what you ask. Just do what you think it takes, and you saw it tonight. So think about it for Sean Davis. Last game, we rotate a little bit, and we go with a strong team. He's not in it. This guy's been reliable all year. So what is he? I don't know. But knowing he's probably going to play this game, he steps up in a big role. Now you ask him to play out of position. He's comfortable all year here, getting more reps, catching and playing, and organizing back here. Now he's in the 10. He doesn't complain. He just says, "Coach, 3 points tonight. We're going to get this." You see the free kicks there popping off his foot. He's got confidence. He's turning in the gaps, playing forward. He's pointing, he's putting out little situations in the corner where he's wasting time and again showing leadership. So I said it earlier to someone that just has to be proud watching from afar, that seeing so many ways his team go after him. So, and we keep pushing. So we love Sean, and he's really pushing himself out of that comfort zone and becoming a real winner around here.
Time for two more. We'll go to Andrew in the back and then up front. How do you recover from tonight's heat and weather and look toward Montreal?
Well, I'll be doing a regen after the game here. How do I recover? Like always, they're already pushing the fluids. Come in a little later tomorrow. We're in tomorrow. They're lobbying for days off. Already here, Back to work. Massage, hydration, properly. The proper food's going in, and back to work tomorrow. But it's a typical regen, and it's a quick turnaround. But we have fresh legs coming back in. So
Christian Caceres was in the midfield today. He's 18 years old, and I think it's his first start of the season, his first appearance of the season, and he looked pretty smooth there. What do you think of his performance today in that midfield?
He looked like a young pro. You know, one of his best qualities is that he's fearless. He's fearless, and he counter-presses, and he's a philosophy player. We knew it would be interesting / enjoyable to watch him next to Tyler. Two guys that are fearless, they're going to go after it. And that performance, of course, you don't know what it's going to look like, but I think it's exactly what we hoped for and expected from Christian, because he plays beyond his years. He's comfortable on the ball, plays against the ball, covers ground to the end of the game. I said it in the locker room. Maybe if you said, put your cleats back on, we got another 30, he would do it. He's easy to love, this kid. It's infectious. He's the first guy into English class. He's learning. The teacher says he's attentive all the time, and the development, the learning, it's rapid. So he puts himself out there. Here he is. He reminds himself, he's a young guy, doesn't speak the language, he's coming along, new environment, you see him go after it, and he never puts his head down, he's frustrated, of course. He's been waiting for this chance. And you get that chance, you go after it. And Dan, another credit to you to finding Christian, bringing him to us.
Just kind of going off of that, spoke to Fidel last week. He said, he had been disappointed just with his lack of playing time over the season. He said he got to a point where he felt like he wanted to leave just because of the lack of minutes he's had. How have you kept him focused and then avoiding what you just said, just putting your head down, and some players might wilt and just give up on the season at this point and after not playing for so long, but today he stepped in, like you said, I know you already gave a review on him, but how have you guys kept him, felt like he's involved and felt like he's still a part of this?
Well, look, we expect him to be disappointed and upset that he's not playing. We expect that. So is Ryan Beard. We talked about it before, that it's just not easy. But that's just what it is. This is the job, this is the business we're in, and it's part of it. How have we kept him going? We just show him that we care about him. We push him. The demands are high. It's video. We push and know that he's going to get his opportunity. And we don't just tell him, we don't just say it, we give it to him. So now maybe we all take a step forward. He plays well, his trust, and I think we all, and in our relationship with him, we take a big step forward. You can see it on his face. He's thrilled, but he's hungry. He's hungry. He wants to play, and I understand the frustration. I wish it works out for him more, but this is the way it is. So for me, it's about the relationships and people. Vincent Betancourt, when he's injured, I'm checking in with him. I'm checking in with the guy, Kyle Duncan, every single day. How's the knee? Looks great. We're talking. So I'm investing a lot of time in relationships with the people, and he's no different. My Spanish is getting a little better because of him. I'm trying to connect in a good way. So that's it. Really happy for him tonight.
Thanks, Chris.